Welcome to this course preview of Johnson University. This is the fifth meet in the Knoxville Youth Athletics Elementary and Middle School cross-country program. This course located at Johnson University in South Knox features a large hill for the 2-mile course and a very fast course for the 1-milers. From the large starting area, it begins with a strong uphill for the first 200 meters. You get a great shot of the university buildings itself. You'll cross the entrance to the athletics parking lot and hit the gravel road. This will be the main part of the first mile for the 2-mile and most of the course for the elementary race. To our right now is the soccer field area, and if you go about 100 meters down that way, you'll get to the back end of the finish chute. This area right here is virtually flat, and you can gain a lot of speed in this area. The elementary course is a new version. For those that ran it in years past, they may not be familiar with the new course changes. There is a new field that we extended the course out into rather than staying on the crushed gravel for over a entire loop. After making that turn, it's a very slight uphill, making our way to the large trees off to the right. At this point, the elementary course will veer off to the left, while the middle school course will veer off to the right on the gravel. Looking off to the right, you can see the back end of the baseball field and, of course, the university again. We are actually on an uphill at this point, cresting it right here and then heading back downhill. We'll cover this part of the course again later on as we come into the finish. Now on the descent, coming up to the turn, you'll see the finish chute right there to the right. We'll come back and see that here in a minute. Staying on the gravel course, we're going to pass the next bench and then head off to the left right here at the junction and then make our way down the hill. This is a pretty strong downhill, of which most of the spectators that see the start will have to climb to go back up to the finish line. Bending our way to the left, off to the right of the screen is the starting area. Coming up now is one of the most signature parts of this course, which is, of course, the creek crossover. This area will be filled with gravel. As you can see, it is a significant little creek jump. Staying to the left, we'll make our way to the other signature part of this course, which is the large hill which crests the top of the ridge. You can see now the bottom of the hill coming our way. This is by far the largest hill in all the meets this year. It is about 300 to 400 meters long and as steep as the Hardin Valley Hill, but about 3 times as long. This is mostly a mulch covered trail, so you make sure you have sure footing, especially if the course is wet. Spikes are recommended at this course if you have them, though if you have trainers, of course, the course will suit you just fine. Now snaking our way up through the woods. We're still nowhere near the top of the hill. You can see it. It's after actually we make this turn up here to the left. It's important to stay relaxed and controlled on the uphill as much as you can while not letting your competitors get too much ground on you. Now we are actually at the top of the hill. We'll crest the top of the ridge and then head to the back side of the ridge where we'll have some downhills and uphills before heading back on the original side of the ridge where Johnson University sits. This is a nice downhill after the large uphill, and you'll get a sense of speed going through the woods. You might actually feel faster than you normally would out in the middle of a field. In this area is the 1 mile mark. Now making a slight downhill, then a quick little uphill. These hills are very short, very quick, but the downhills are short and quick as well. Now we're making our way back over the top of the ridge, and then we'll start the very steep descent down back to the starting line area. It's important to be careful on this descent. It does get very steep, especially towards the end. Now we're back in the starting area, as you can see off to the right. And the finish line is up that hill, but we're going to actually take a left and retrace our steps all the way back to the finish line chute. Again, this is an uphill. This might actually be one of the tougher uphills because of what the woods would have taken out of you. but if you can regroup, the rest of the course is on this crushed gravel and is very quick. Again, much of this is the same as before. Making this turn, we'll make a very gradual climb before making our final gradual descent to the finish line. At this point, the ascent is over, and now we're making a long gradual downhill back into the finish line. Instead of going straight right like before, we'll veer off to the right, and now we are in the final straight on our way into the finish line. That is the course preview for Johnson University. For more information, you can go to KnoxvilleYouthAthletics.org.